I'm Jan Godsell, Professor of Operations and Supply Chain Strategy and Dean of Loughborough Business School. I'm also co-director at Interact. Interact is a Made Smarter innovation funded project supported by the ESRC, Economic and Social Science Research Council. And it's very exciting because it's all about how we use human insights to create the digital future of manufacturing we want by 2040. I've wanted to be in manufacturing since I was 15, so being part of the Manufacturing Top 100 is absolutely amazing. It really shows that the work I've done over more decades than I care to think about has been recognised by the community, and that whilst I'm no longer directly working in manufacturing, people can see that I'm using the skills and expertise that I have to really try to drive forward and make that difference to manufacturing in the UK. So when I was 15, my mum bought me a Sony Walkman, and I was absolutely blown away that this tiny little box could produce music that I could listen to as I walked around. And it really sparked an interest for me in Japan and Japanese manufacturing, which was really world leading at that point. And from that point onwards, I knew that I wanted to work in manufacturing. Maybe one of the biggest changes that I'm really seeing is that we should no longer look at manufacturing plants as being totally independent from the logistics, and maybe that we need to start to think not of factories just as boxes, but to start to think about the manufacturing landscape in a much more holistic and joined up way as a sort of distributed manufacturing network. Up until this point, if we think about the industrial evolution of the UK, it's been fueled by consumption. So we've essentially been on a cycle of consumption-driven economic growth. And that's been great. It's enabled some countries to develop and to get richer. But actually, I think what we're beginning to realise now that that's not without its consequences, that whilst we've had GDP-fueled economic growth, it's had an impact on our planet, but also it's also increased societal inequities. So I think the biggest challenge we're now facing is to get that better balance between the economic, the environmental and the societal impacts that manufacturing has, both for the good and to offset some of those negative impacts.